always find change at basketball courts because it falls out of our pockets. I found 2 pennies behind the rim just sitting here together once. But there's these tables over here, so I'm going to go look. And I mean, it's kind of too hot. It's 100 degrees out right now, even here in South Carolina for basketball. But I want to do a little walk and talk. I'm not going to throw anything fancy up, but talk about the experiment I'm doing and what I have in mind. So, with investing every day, the dividend plus what I find, I don't see anything so far. The dividend plus what I find, you know, you're literally giving yourself a raise each week. And if you are young, I don't know, but if you're young and you have time to compound that each week, you know, say you'll, well, hell, looky there. I'm glad I came over here. I'm on the scoreboard. I got a dime. And this place is really close to my home, so. Alright, got a dime. Can't beat that. That's kick-ass. Yeah, what I love about it is you're giving yourself a raise each week. And there's no job on earth. Maybe you run a business really, really well. You know, unless you're doing that, this is the way to go, I bet. Now, my financial stings is, they're probably risky. There's probably some really good trades to make that are safer, but I gotta invest heavily in the highly volatile ones. I love I found that down. You gotta invest highly in the highly volatile ones. Well, they're not super, like, I don't want to say volatile, they ain't like going to kill over any minute. Like, there'll be signs beforehand, hopefully. But, you know, you give yourself a week, and my goal is to retire. I could probably do okay on 250 a week, but I'm 250 a week and go to Thailand, or because the motel there is $10, $11 a night. Food for the whole day is like $5, $6. So you have twice as much. You get a 90-day visa. You know, you bounce back and forth, and while you're over there, whatever you don't spend each day, you just reinvest, and you're giving yourself a raise every time. And I can't throw up charts and stuff on this. I'm just gonna post this video. I just want to talk to y'all. Cool echo in here. I'm walking down this parking lot. I'm walking around, see what. Oh, well, also when you're hunting for change, wind likes to blow change off the edges and stuff. So you always gotta look around these things. I'm gonna search this some more. But damn, someone left a whole ass bullet over here. God. But it's kind of ring. Not even one I can sell on, damn. But yeah. Okay, the bum's coming. Give yourself a raise weekly and all that good shit. It'll work out. Get the fuck out of here. I don't like bums, man. They freak me out. I know it'll be a little choppy, but I had to get the hell out of there. The bum coming in freaked me out. But, alright. Made it back to the yard here. So my plan is, you know, to retire off all the things I found. I did go over to the basketball park, and I found 10 cents, and oh, I found a 9mm Luger round. I don't want to get that shit. Why the hell would you invest in bullets and not put your money into the stock or something? Like, because of the sign. But this is such a crazy experiment, because, you know, I am in one of the poorest parts of South Carolina, and randomly ended up here, but I love it. It's better than any place in West Virginia, where I'm from, but people are just so wasteful, and I think the whole country is probably like that. You know, every time you see a penny or something laying on the ground, pick it up and keep it invested. Even if you do it monthly, weekly, or something, yearly even, and invest it, because you're just stepping over it. It's trash. You wouldn't believe in my experiments. I'm gonna make a video on this later, but like the 2025 penny, and people saying it's rare. Okay, so there was 495 million printed of the D, and then there was 500 million printed of this regular Philly. So let's say there's a billion pennies, and I've been picking up the ones because I'm gonna keep them and sell them one day. But it up my eyes. So the mathematics of that say there's 330 million people. I'm in a town of 6,500 people, and they have dropped 50, 20, 25 pennies in the first 3 months. Well, if you divide that by the percentage of the population, well, of the numbers of the 330 million. Anyways, we as a country have only lost 27,000 25 pennies. So that tells you how many of those actual pennies they have printed. Now, if you go back years and years, they have made billions, like somewhere between 7 and 11 billion pennies a year leading up to like 2020. So if you're only losing 27,000, you have billions of pennies. You have literally 7 to 11 times more than the 2025 pennies. We'll never literally run out of pennies. And people are just throwing them down. It's trash, people. I've been guilty of it. I used to throw them. My friends used to whiz them and stuff. Like, they used to make this noise, like, whoosh, you know. But if you, every 100 pennies you have, you cash in, right now, it's 2 cents. But good God, think about, like, down the road, year after year, what that 2 cents builds. So after, if for every dollar invested, it's 2 cents. So then after every 10 years, that's 10 cents or whatever. But then no, the snowball effect of it is literally like for every dollar invested, you get like a $10 return in 10 years. That was my math on it. And just people throwing out shit. Now you're asking yourself, you know, like me, well, when am I going to be in 10 years? Well, I think I'll be in a hell of a lot better place if I had 10 more dollars in my pocket. You know what I mean? Because I gotta make my own safety net. I got to make my own shit, and I'll probably be alone in the future and travel the world, but I'm cool with that. But this is one of the greatest experiments I've ever thought of. I've worked on things before. I've had patents and stuff, but this is really one of the coolest, fascinating things I've worked on. And it only takes like 15 minutes a day. I put 5 more minutes into it. It doesn't cost any gas. Everything's within 3-mile range. But if you take the gallon of gas and you divide it, you know, you get 10 trips or something. So, but it's basically some things are along the route, so I never waste gas. But I'm not going to run on forever. Just want to talk about the experiment. And thank you for the quick hunt and talk.